Welcome back to this week's episode of Into the Black. Returning, we have the three players: Pip, the mechanic; Percy, the operative; and Mainala, the envoy. We still have no Klob, the techno cow, because Klob is still in Italy, and Brandon's on vacation. Uh, when we last left our heroes, they had found their way to Absalom Station, got themselves a dock. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Got themselves a dock, partially paid for by Abaddon Corp, in exchange for some information about how their station, Blackrock Station, is, purely for insurance purposes. But when Pip went to go interview with a psychic detective to help them get to the bottom of exactly what was happening on Blackrock Station, they were attacked. There was a shootout. The fate of this detective is unknown, and Pip and Percy barely made it out alive, but thankfully they were able to drive off the gang members who attacked, and that is where we begin this week. You had all headed back to the ship after talking to the police a little bit, but the stewards a little bit, but they mostly just let you go. Clearly self-defense.
Clearly.
And we were able to figure out, I don't know if it was from what the police told us or what we found out otherwise, if the two groups that had been fighting were the Vac Rats, those are the people in the bandanas, and then the Three Spire Kings were the guys in like the welding mask, respirator looking things.
I have extensive knowledge of underground gangs.
Yeah, you all sort of were able to piece together based on sort of common knowledge who these people were.
Yeah, like it wasn't secret. This had been going on.
Yeah, they are two well-known gangs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we figured it was a contract.
It was pretty clearly somebody was trying to kill either Pip or this detective.
Is his name Agent 7?
Yes. He did not give a name.
And Agent 7's dead, right?
You don't know.
We're not sure. Okay.
He was in really bad shape when the paramedics took him away.
Okay.
Pip did his best, but who knows?
Yeah.
Pip is not a doctor.
Right.
Pip
Hot
took
gun barrel, stop bleeding.
Pip took the emergency medical training while he was in the Steward Navy, but it was like a 3-hour course. And then he gets a patch.
Sounds like
it's an online certificate that he can print.
I mostly learned a dozen different ways to spit in a wound.
Yep. So what would y'all like to do? So it is morning. You all had a good night's rest on your ship quietly. There's pretty good security at this sort of marina. You wake up. There is no food in the ship.
Oh man. Oh well, I brought some Akaton leftovers.
You got still some Akaton leftovers?
We went to Little Akaton, remember?
You did go to Little Akaton.
Percy and Pip probably have leftovers. I probably don't.
There's no food in the ship. What did we eat during those 3 days we were traveling through the...
The food that was on the ship.
The chicken.
The food that was on the ship. There was very little.
Okay.
You have consumed the rations that you had that were on the ship. It was not meant to go on a trip. It had most of its stuff stripped out.
We should go shopping.
The fridge just has some Akaton leftovers in it, and that's it.
All right.
Let's go shopping because I don't want you all finishing off my Akaton leftovers.
Yeah, I'll go out.
Klob hasn't come back, has he?
Klob has
he
not
went
come
out
back.
on
and
business.
He said he might not be back for a couple days. He did say that when he left. And Babika gave me a bunch of food, but I sent a good chunk of it to Nick and his family.
Mm-hmm.
With a card. So, yeah, let's go shopping.
Shopping! Montage.
All the money we totally have.
You have
I
a
don't
fuck
know
ton of money.
but...
You guys have a fair amount of money. Especially Pip.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm poor as dirt. I don't have any money.
Yeah, and
They never gave me that cut from that accelerator.
What accelerator?
The second one that you sold.
I only remember the one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember threatening you, and so I'm probably still holding that against you. All right. Is there like a big market we should go to, or is it
It
just kind of a
totally
restaurant?
is. There's lots of little stores around, um, but there's also sort of the free markets, which you can buy anything there if you know the right people and have enough money. But it just depends what you're after.
Okay. I mean, I want to get. I don't know how it works in space. There's no. They don't have like replicators. That's not a thing, right?
You've heard of them? They're very expensive.
Very expensive. Okay.
Yeah, you've heard of sort of small hydroponic systems you can have on your ship, or really efficient dehydrators and sort of things that can bring food back from these little pellets.
Okay. Yeah,
Like Ray at the beginning of Force Awakens.
Yeah, like that.
Quarter portion.
I guess
Mhm.
I just want to get some things that'll like last, like pantry stuffs.
Hydroponics are a pretty good idea. Wouldn't be self-sustaining.
Well, I think he was saying those were expensive, so I don't think I want it.
Or we could just get a couple wheels of cheese. Those things last forever.
It's true, they do.
Okay, but we're not all mice.
A rat,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Yeah, just stuff that's not gonna go bad that we can store up for like a journey. Because
Yeah, we can get some rations and some stuff. I mean, we've got a galley
Totally.
in the ship, so
You do. That would not be hard.
all right. How much to?
How much would it cost to hire a chef?
Depends how good of a chef you want.
What if it was Jerzon?
Yeah, seriously.
He's very expensive.
no, not Drazon, Space Drazon.
Space just on.
That's what he goes by. He goes by Space Cruiser.
Let's see. Trying to
Just on
figure.
2.0. He's a cyborg.
I'm trying to think like how much stuff we should buy. You know.
Is there like a Costco that does like a free samples that I could go to?
Almost certainly something
This
similar.
is entirely new cuisine. I don't know what I want.
You could also, head out and just start looking for something.
Yeah, I guess I want to get like some field rations.
Yep, that's easy.
And sorry. Oh, this is fancy. Okay, sorry. I'm like looking because I haven't looked in Starfinder like what the things are. But I guess some field rations, some R2Es, like just things that are gonna last, and it's one unit whatever for like a week's
Right.
worth.
Yeah.
For a person. So
Super cheap.
I don't know.
Not very good.
I'll
Only
get,
technically edible.
I'll get like it's like 100 weeks worth because there's more than one person.
Oh, that's like a bulk order.
I don't know, like
Great.
like I want 10 weeks worth for each person, and then
Give me a culture check to figure out where you're going to buy all this.
a culture check. You say okay.
Dude, go to the Costco. He said there's a Costco.
This is more. You're going to be able to buy it. This is just
I've got that club card membership.
That's my culture check. So 15.
15. Yeah, no, you can find like a space faring supply store, and you're able to buy that. It comes on a pallet, and they deliver it to your ship.
Sick. All right. I mean, I'll do that and then load it up, and then like I can still get some other stuff. Like I want to get like some spices and shit because those don't taste good. Like
Not really, no.
no, like some of the R2Es are okay. They come with like a heating kit, which is cool, but like the field rations are not yummy. So I don't know. I'll get like some spices and some other stuff just to have around.
Sure, I'd say that runs you another like 15, 10 to 20, depending on if you want to get like just sort of very simple collection or like a nice collection of spices and cooking materials. And
I'll keep it simple, but like make sure to get like 2 spices that like are special to Casterville, so I have stuff that tastes like home, and then I know
Cool.
that Percy and Pippa are from,
Akaton,
so I might get like 1 or 2 from there too.
cool. That'd come out about 15 credits.
Okay.
And what does Akaton food taste like, Percy and Pip?
It's very dry. There's not much moisture to go around. A lot of
Is it a
jerky.
is it just spiced to within an inch of its life because none of it tastes very good?
That's
Probably.
yeah. You just it's super salty and super spicy and yeah.
Anything but what it actually tastes like.
Yep.
Yep.
You can't grow any vegetables really. Like
You just don't really want to be aware that you're eating roadkill, but it's roadkill.
They've got like the giant jug of sriracha on the table, and you're expected to just annihilate it. Just
it's,
destroy
when it's
it.
meat, it's just like cooked to the point, like burnt. Like
Nice. It sounds terrible.
Yeah.
no, it's fantastic. It's the only way to eat food. Everything else is bland in comparison.
Oh yeah, I guess you would. You not be used to food that doesn't fight back.
I can't taste anything. How much
excellent.
does how much does like one of those hydroponic systems cost?
A hydroponic system?
Just a small one. I just want to grow stuff.
Oh, you want to grow stuff?
A small one, I think you could get for 50 credits.
Just enough to
Like a-
get
like-
space weed.
Like a desktop one,
Yeah.
like a few feet by a few feet.
Just like a tiny little peanut plant.
Temperature controlled in there. You can grow some stuff on a couple levels. Yeah, I'd say 50 to 75 if you want the sort of okay one or the higher end one.
I'll get an okay one.
Cool, 50 credits.
Right.
It's another store, another place that sells sort of these sort of ship appliances. This one's really marketed as a keep it in your tiny Absalom Station apartment and have something green. Pip, are you out and about doing anything?
I grab a big wheel of cheese.
That's easy.
Can't fault a man. His
It's not real cheese, but you don't care. You don't know if you've ever had real cheese, like from a cow.
cheese comes from other animals.
She's coming
Yeah.
from the lab, right?
It's mostly retextured soy protein and some stuff, but like
Tastes like
fine.
cheese.
You can't tell the difference. Percy, while
Put
you're
enough
out,
sriracha on it, and
it all tastes the same. Percy,
God, sriracha
you're-
on cheese.
as you're out, you're sort of walking with this thing, and you're probably getting kind of hungry because you really haven't eaten today. And you go past this place with a short line out the door that doesn't really have a sign, but it does appear to be a food place.
Am
I
I?
asked like the person at the
with
back of the
Percy?
line.
Or we
Did you
not?
go shopping with Percy?
I thought we went together. Did we not?
Up to you.
I'm asking Alex. Did you want to have gone together or no?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, because
I can't tell you don't come with me. I have to go buy some hydroponics.
Oh, I was gonna say because if I'm there, I would totally want to
I'm
go.
setting up a grow room.
I would just get in line and not ask what it's for.
I was
Cool.
gonna ask the guy at the back of the line, whoever's there, and be like, "Hey, what's up?
He's like, hey,
What's this line for? New iPhone?
no, I'm just hungry. It's just the coin op.
Coin op? What's that?
I don't know why it's called that, but it's just like the cheapest food on the station. It's great. And it's
Like
super
you put a
fast.
coin in, and it gives you food.
You just tap your cred stick on the thing, and then you open one of the drawers based on what
So
you
there's
want.
no coins involved.
No.
It's a dated word. Okay.
Yes. And you can now see in, and there are all these sort of like little doors, little clear doors with a wide variety of cheap, crappy, delicious food in them, and people just kind of tap their cred stick on it and take something.
Yeah.
And as far as you can tell, these little like old, dusty sort of LCD light displays next to each one, these prices are minuscule, like fractions of a credit. And every time somebody opens one and takes, the big sandwich and they close it again, sort of a new sandwich sort of falls down into that spot.
Who runs these coin ops? I'm asking that guy.
I don't know.
There's no like brand company
He
that.
sort of points up to this sort of rusty nasty sign that's clearly not being taken care of that says coin op.
Hmm.
And he goes up and he taps a thing and gets like this big basket of like fried brown stuff that smells delicious.
I want to inspect one of these machines. I'm really suspicious of
It's like
cheap
a wall
food.
of these little drawers.
It's Silent Green.
A wall of these little doors.
I'm like, this smells great, and like, I totally want to get something.
Do it. What do you want?
I want something fruity.
Yeah, there's total. You can get like this big
fruit
like
roll up.
this big blended fruit like cup thing.
Yeah.
And you get it, and it smells too sweet. Like probably 2/3 of this isn't fruit.
Yeah.
But it is delicious. Probably
cool.
terrible for you, but it is good.
Amazing. I'm very happy with it, and I'm like, do you want some? To Percy.
That's okay.
Oh my God.
I'm good.
I go out and I'm like just chilling, like leaning on the wall, like eating my
How do you examine these few banks of these little food drawers?
Well, like, is it connected to like, is there like a freezer in the back and it's like it's getting loaded by like the guy behind the milk that's always like right there and it's like really uncomfortable when
So
you're
you,
reaching
so
the milk?
you want to watch one of these things as it
Yeah.
sort of chink opens and gets refilled?
Yeah.
Are you going to sneak up behind somebody, or are you going to buy your own thing?
Can I have watched Maynala do it?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Perception.
And sort of the way this is just another storefront in this sort of long line of storefronts and buildings.
Yeah.
It's unclear what's behind it. Yeah, you watch as Maynala grabs it, and you just get a glimpse. It's really fast as a new one is placed in there. But there's not a person. There's some kind of mechanism back there.
So, and behind it's just a wall. Like behind
So
this whole
it's
set of drawers.
yeah, they're sort of set into the wall.
Okay. Interesting.
Like like you see like a bank vault with like all the little safety deposit boxes. It's like
Yeah.
that, but the doors are clear and full of snacks.
And there's no like help desk around here?
No, there's no desk. There's no front desk.
Is this stressful to you?
This is very strange. This is very suspicious. They're
as you
feeding the
look at
masses. They know that they're going to eat it because it's cheap. It could be anything.
You look at the
Mind
front
control.
window, and there's all these like barely visible faded words that say things, like cheap, delicious, open always. Seemingly like sort of like hand painted on there,
Okay. Interesting.
but faded long ago.
If Percy's been gone for a while inside the shop, I'm gonna lean in and be like, "Get out here! What'd you get?"
Suspicious.
A hunch.
You come outside.
Yeah, I'll come out.
I'm gonna like try as hard as I can to like force you to taste this thing because I think it's amazing.
Mm. Mm-mm.
No, really, it's so good.
Mm-mm. 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 Mm. Not prying my mouth open.
And this place is relatively close to the ship.
Well, if you're so hungry, let's go look around. What else there is? Is there a place that sells like I don't want to say bread, but like all kinds of bread goods that could be frozen and then kept on the ship?
A bakery?
Yeah, but like not just for like I don't know. I want like all the breads of the world. I love bread.
Not in this area. You have to take a trip to the higher end part of the station to find an artisanal bread place, artisanal
Are there-
bakery.
Is there a place that just sells like cheap rice cakes?
Yeah. Well, first of all, the coin op has of that.
Well, I'm not getting those.
And there's some vending machines that sell, meal cakes for less than a credit that are supposed to sustain you.
You want some of those? Those look, Akatonian authentic.
They look kind of
Flavorless.
I'm like unimpressed. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Pip, while they are out shopping, what are you doing?
I'm going back to the ship.
Cool. The chicken is just exploring every part of the ship, sticking his little head in places.
Pip, did you get food for the chicken?
Yeah, I got a little bag of chicken feed.
Yeah, easy.
Wow, you cared about someone else. I'm shocked right now.
I toss it down to where the chicken is.
Ooh. The steel floor hurts my beak.
Push it over to a table or something then.
Huh.
And I'm gonna make sure the ship is juiced up and ready to go. Like,
You're good. You can get gas. You can get everything you need. The
Gas,
ship's
ammo,
weapon
all
systems
that kind
are
of stuff.
currently full.
cool.
You only used them a little bit, and then just the lasers and the flag thrower like twice, but it's nearly full.
Yeah, no, I'll get everything loaded up, ready to
Cool.
rock and roll.
Excellent. You do, since you're at the ship, you do get a message, another Abadar Corp one.
How do all these people get my number?
It's just the ship's number.
This is how am I flying?
There's a bumper sticker on the back.
It's the same one Abadar person as from before.
I'll listen to the voicemail.
It's that same person going, "We are so sorry for what happened with our agent, our liaison. We are terribly sorry. We hope you're all right. We understand he is in stable but critical condition at a hospital, which we will not. He has asked us not. His contract has asked us not to disclose. But it is clear from the report the stewards gave out it was a contracted attack on either you or Agent 7.
I mean, probably him. That's fine.
And then at the end it says, we're willing to discuss possible compensation for finding out precisely who the perpetrator of this attack is. If you're interested, if not, we will go to another security firm.
Did they ballpark any numbers or no? They just said in the abstract.
Yes, they did ballpark a number. There's sort of an attachment with some
With a
information.
contract, yeah.
Yeah, and the number was like between 700 to 900 credits for this type of work.
Split 4 ways. Yeah, all right. Everybody, we got a contract.
You both get calls as you're walking back towards the ship with all your stuff you got while you were out shopping.
I'm like
Like a money contract?
a contract for more bread?
No, like Absalom Corp's gonna pay us some credits to figure out who the fuck
Cheddar.
was trying to kill us and why.
Oh, you mean like those credits before that mysteriously vanished?
I don't know what you're talking about. I have my own credits. I'm not giving you my bank account. These folks are paying a contract for all 3 of us to find out some information.
Who are these folks again?
Absalom Corp.
Agent number
Abaddon.
7's boss.
Oh yeah, the
Well,
insurance.
Agent
stuff.
7's the company that
That you
hired
got
Agent 7's
involved in.
company that hires Agent 7.
Um,
And it's investigative work?
Yeah.
I'm in.
show me the contract when I get there.
I'll send it to your pad.
It arrives. You get it on your little hand terminal.
By now I can't walk and read at the same time.
No, I definitely am not. I'm laden with many things when I get there. But.
And then you get there and you can look at it. It's a pretty standard, independent contractor sort of thing. They've agreed they want you to investigate, and then upon the vague term of completion of the contract, there's sort of a range where a minimum and a maximum you will receive.
I'd like to. I'm going to ask, Pip, have you contacted them since receiving this?
No.
I mean, what I'd like to do, like, I don't know if that's in character or out of character, but I want to call them back and see if I can get them to nail down like what complete means a little bit more concretely.
Sure.
And make sure that we're all named recipients.
Yeah, sure. You can call them right now.
Okay. So I'll call them back. And
It rings like less than one time before it opens. So this person's just sitting there.
cool. If they don't say anything first, I'll be like, "Hi, I'm Manala Ufudrakis, and I heard that you're interested in having us investigate the attack on Agent 7 and my associate."
They said, yes, yes, we are.
And then I just, say, like, I'd like to negotiate a little more clearly the terms of the contract. I just want to make sure that you're getting everything out of this that you hope for when you say complete. Like, can we nail down a couple more terms?
Of course, well, by complete, we won't really know what that is until you've investigated a little bit. But we think we're mostly concerned with who paid them,
Okay.
so that we can pass that information on to the proper authorities.
Of course. And then I'll ask to have the three of us, Pip, Percy, and myself, named as recipients, should the contract be fulfilled to their
The
satisfaction.
contract edits itself on your pad as you're talking.
Great. And then, like, if they approve that, I'm like, great, this sounds very reasonable.
Any other stipulations?
No, this is good. Like, I'm happy to sign it right now, but I want to ask them more questions about Agent 7 and see if there's any information they can provide us with.
I can help with what little I can.
Yeah.
His information is with his organization, not ours. We hired him.
No, I understand. How long has Agent 7 done other jobs for Abadar Corp in the past?
Yes, he has.
Okay.
A variety of things.
Okay.
Mostly tracking down fraud.
Okay. And then
Does that mean that they thought the thing at Blackrock Station was fraud?
Do you shout that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I step
From the
on
next
your
room.
foot after you do.
I'm in the next room.
The
Someone here?
the person on the screen is like, you never know.
Fair.
The price to hire him to investigate is relatively small compared to the price of the station.
I really like the way this person thinks.
Stranger things
Might
have
as well
happened.
investigate it. Everything's fishy.
If I weren't under NDA, I'd have all kinds of stories I could tell you.
Oh yeah,
You tell me
insurance
anyway.
stories are the best.
Hey,
they not?
Yes, right?
hey, are you there or not?
I'm in in the next room over. I'm shouting, or I'm under a console.
He just pokes his head out of a vent to say something snarky and then disappears in the wall again.
I don't know. I have something. Can I poke him with shit?
Whack a mole.
You've got
Yeah.
a stun gun.
Yeah, just poke him with it. Shut up.
Is Pip carrying power tools in his cheeks?
I mean, absolutely, right? Maybe not power tools, but certainly wrenches and shit. That's your tool bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is. There's the
Spanner.
Oh, there's a wrong size socket again. Ah.
You can never find the one I want.
Bag of holding cheek pouches.
I need 3/8. Damn it, 3/8.
No, I want millimeters, not inches.
No,
Why do I even have these?
no, what is it? It's not bag of holding. Handy haversack of cheek pouches, so you can grab the thing you want from your cheek pouch.
That's what you want.
The cheeky cheek pouches?
Yeah.
So yes, you're
Cheeky.
talking with this. You're talking with this person, and they're editing the contract pretty much how you like. It seems like
I don't need any other changes to the contract. I
think we should get some kind of insurance for while we're on this job.
What kind of insurance?
Protection insurance. In case we get mortally wounded or our equipment breaks or something.
Then what do you want? What do you want? Then what do you want the
Just for damages. They're willing to go for it.
They say, well, what were you thinking? How much were you thinking as compensation for death, dismemberment, and loss of equipment? Standard is about 100.
Credits? That's it?
Yes. This
For
is a
death?
very low-level contract I'm giving you.
Guys, don't push it. I'm glaring at both of you so much, and I'm like, got my pistol, and I'm like ready to whack either of you.
You want some death insurance?
I whack you so much.
It's called life insurance.
Okay, we're good. The contract's good as is.
No, yeah, it is. Okay, just I wanted to sign it and then just keep asking questions to help start the investigation. So I'm signing it. I've signed it.
Yeah, I'll
Alright,
sign.
cool, you
All right, I'll
You-
sign it.
do your little
Shit.
thing.
So we've been an agent for them before, usually for fraud cases. Do you know what his homeworld is? It's not that secret, usually.
This is, again, a question for the Eyes Wide Agency,
Okay.
and they are notoriously cagey.
Do you have someone there we should contact, or would you prefer us to not contact them at all?
Up to you. The only thing I would give you is their main line, and you can talk to them by walking in the front door.
You don't have somebody you regularly coordinate with?
This person. At least I think it's this person. It might be a different person every time.
But they sound
I don't know.
similar. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I will reach out to them if need be then. Is there anything that you can think of, any other information you think would be helpful for us to know about Agent 7 going forward?
I have almost no information about Agent 7.
All right. Very well. Well, thank you for your time, and we'll get right on this.
Now, she said, they say, I have no information about them, only that they've been exemplary.
Very good. And I cut the line. Yeah.
Cool.
Say goodbye.
You just don't say goodbye, just click.
Yeah. I don't know if it's worth it right now to contact Eyes Wide Agency.
I mean, we could just go to their offices and check it out.
Do they have an office here?
Yeah, they have a building.
Oh, I thought she said she'd just give me the main line, like for their phone number.
That's all she would give you. That's all she has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, reasonable. I mean, we know it's for fraud.
What I'm thinking is if we physically go there, we'll have a better chance of finding someone who'll talk to us than we would on a phone tree. And also, maybe there's people outside that can give some context about what they do there, people that are involved with.
Clearly, you've never seen me work a phone tree. Also,
Yeah, but
if they're traditionally cagey,
Yeah.
it may be better to
You've never seen me work a phone tree.
saying.
Yeah, I don't
Talk
think we're
to
gonna
the
get
right
much out
Nancy.
of the Eyes Wide Shut folks.
That's what I'm saying. Is it might be better to beg forgiveness than ask permission if we need to get information from them. If you catch my drift.
Are you saying that you're gonna attack them?
No. Just get the information I need without bothering anybody, and then leave.
You're not gonna bother them, but you're gonna ask forgiveness?
Well, if I need to. If I break in and get what I need, then I don't need to ask, and then they'll never know. And then they won't be able to tell me no, that they don't know, even when they do know.
Wait, so we're breaking in now. I thought you wanted to go through the phones.
No. You told me you don't want to do the phone, so.
But you told me that you can work a phone tree.
I could, but if
I wish we had Claw as our voice of reason.
if I'm gonna trust what Abadar Corps' person just told us, that they're very cagey, then it may be easier to just.
Why don't we follow the leads we got on these gangs?
Yeah, we can do that. We've got, what is it, Back Rats and 12 King or something?
Three Spire
Three
Kings.
Spire King. We can go. I mean, do you want to just go to the stewards and ask what information they have on them?
I don't think
Is
the
that what you're
stewards are
thinking?
going to give us anything. I think we go right to the source.
Oh, so my thing of trying to break into a detective agency is weird, but you wanting to infiltrate a gang is not weird.
Not infiltrate. I just find some guys and you rough them up and you just keep going up the chain.
Either one, I guess. I don't know.
Let me put it this way. You're not going to get arrested for roughing up some street thugs. You will get arrested for breaking into a
Do we think that the
detective
person who
agencies.
attacked is from one of the gangs?
We know that we know there's two
We
gangs.
saw the gangs carrying out the hit.
We saw both the gangs there and attacking each other. I don't know if we.
Well,
Ever...
it was the welding mask guys who threw the grenade in, right?
That was the
Originally,
welding
yeah.
mask guys who threw the grenade.
And they're the three Spire Kings.
Yes, they are.
And
Yeah.
they were hired by somebody, so
I guess what I'm saying is because they were both there, like practically at the same time. For all we know, like they threw the grenade in because they thought that vac rats were there. Like it's really hard.
They seem surprised to see each other, though.
Okay, yeah, true. All right, then yeah, let's check out Three Spire Kings, I guess, and see if we can get anybody to talk. I mean, if it's for fraud, this could be a revenge thing. Maybe somebody in their organization, somebody from Eyes Wide, Agent 7 was doing a job looking into it, and this is revenge. I don't know.
I would assume he found something out that he wasn't supposed to.
Or was going to very soon. Or already did. Maybe he got somebody in trouble and that person's serving time. Is there like is there a jail here, or like how does jail work with stewards and stuff?
The stewards have sort of a penitentiary system, but the jurisdictions are so weird on Absalom Station with certain areas being quasi-independent that, like, depending on where you get arrested, you get put different places.
by different people.
Is there a way to check penitentiary records?
Yeah, you could do a public records request sort of thing.
I guess what I want to know is if there's anybody serving time from Three Spire Kings and when they started their sentence. Because if it's relatively recently, that could be a good link.
Sure, you could go on and give me a what kind of check? What kind of check do you think makes sense here?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Like research, right? Like that's what that is.
And do you guys want to go investigate the Three Spire Kings first, or the back rats?
I think
Well,
Three Spire Kings, right?
She's looking this stuff at first, but yeah, Three Spire Kings.
Jake, what check do you think makes sense? I don't know.
I don't have the skill list in front of me.
I'd take computers. I'd take culture to try to navigate the bureaucracy.
Yeah,
If you have some kind of profession that would make sense.
No, I just have diplomat as that. I mean, so I think.
Can you intimidate the database?
Right, some combination of computers and culture makes sense to me.
I would say, do you have like a profession diplomat sort of thing?
Yes, I do.
I'd do that.
That makes sense. I research people before we meet. And then add 8 to that, so 18.
There's a lot of information.
Oh.
Yes, there are. If you just get like a dump of info.
Okay.
And you sift through it, and yeah, you think there's a couple people you could talk to or try to who were arrested recently.
Okay, so a couple people who we think are associated with Three Spire Kings who were arrested somewhat recently, within the past couple months.
No.
Okay, cool.
Maybe 3 of them who
Okay.
you think you could talk to, all held at different private prisons.
Any here?
Yeah, all on Epsilon Station.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's hard because I don't have a good scale of like how big it is, but it is. Sounds
It's like the size of a city.
Yeah, it sounds massive. Okay, we have those. I don't know if you guys want to talk to them or if you had another plan.
I'm good with talking to them.
Okay. What do I know about the policies for like talking to inmates? Do you have to be like a lawyer or family to get in, or is it like?
Generally, lawyer or family or visitor they want to see, or you grease the right palms at the shadier places.
Okay. Got it. I mean, I'll convey that information to Pip and Percy and be like, I don't know how you want to do this, but we're either going to have to bribe our way in or say that we're, or make something up. So I don't know how you want to do it. Okay.
I'm not amazing at disguises. I'm like, okay. I usually just go for the fake mustache, but they haven't seen me without a mustache, so the mustache doesn't really make a difference. At that point, it all comes down to being able to lie, and I'm less than okay at that.
Pip.
I'm great at lying.
Um.
You can tell that I'm lying.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm saying, like, do you want to try to like go in as
He's
like
really lying.
saying we're legal representation, or do you want to go in and just try to like buy our way in and talk our way in?
I'm not big on subterfuge.
Okay, so do we want to go in and say that we're investigating and we need to talk to this person, and then if we need to bribe, we can?
All right.
Cool, Pip. Sounds like you're fronting the money. Awesome.
Thanks, Pip.
Here we go. I'm gonna go to one of these people. Start headed out. After I put all the stuff that we buy in the kitchen and set it all.
Cool. So one of these places is really crappy. It is a horrible little jail, and then there's sort of a mid-range, medium security one, and then there's this sort of bigger steward-funded place that has another one that's much higher security.
Let's go to the crappy one first.
Cool. You hail an auto cab, drive to this really terrible part of the station, into this area that you think was some kind of other storage before some company bought it, filled it with lockable rooms and a workout yard, and made it a prison.
Sure.
Creepy.
Big sort of heavy gates at the front, couple armed guards, and a turret of some kind above the door.
Okay.
How do you approach?
Got like, I guess I've got my like ID thing, whatever. I'm just gonna be like, "Hi, I'm Minala Ufu Drakus. I'm here as a private investigator, and I need to speak to one of your inmates. And these are my."
I want to stand behind Manala with sunglasses and like an obvious earpiece, like Secret Service, and just not say anything.
Okay.
I would like to request that both of you not say anything unless you need to. And so I say, "These are my associates."
Occasionally, I'll just like put my finger on this and like
I just
nod.
want to seem like very official and just like no nonsense, and hope that that works.
You a lawyer or something? Says one of the guards.
I hope not.
You a lawyer or something? He asked.
I told him I was.
If you were a lawyer, he would let you in, probably, assuming this is the same government.
Sort of looks at you confused, and he says, family? Friend?
I told him I was.
Visiting hours.
Sorry, I'm confused. I said I'm here as an investigator. I said I'm here as a private investigator when I introduced myself.
Yeah, he heard you.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure you heard me. Okay.
Yeah, we're family. All of us, big happy family.
What are you trying to do right now? Just snark?
Yeah.
Fuck with them? Is there a role to fuck with them?
Pip really only has one mode of communication, and that's snark.
He's just
Snark,
like,
snark.
damn, this guy, whoever this guy is, he's got some ugly siblings.
No reaction.
You're just gonna stand here all day? What can I do for you?
I tell him the name of the guy we need to see.
Um,
We're here to see, whoever, like that name.
and he's like, all right. He sort of like buzzes in on his little wrist communicator thing, something you don't really understand. It's too much jargon. And sort of the side door buzzes and opens, and inside is sort of like a waiting room, dank and gross.
Do we know?
It's like,
Do we know?
Warden will talk to you.
Do we know what this guy is in for? We would have seen it in the record.
Yeah, some minor stuff,
Petty theft.
possession,
Yeah. Okay.
theft, some assault, but not a lot. From the look of the arrest record, it looked like he was belligerent, and the private security guy who took him in just took him in to be mean, because he was uncooperative.
Okay.
Stop resisting.
So you're allowed to go in, and then once inside, you wait for a little while before this sort of larger, sort of heavy-set human comes out.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
What? Sort of stocky, you think, probably some dwarf somewhere in his family line. And he says, you those investigator folks?
The very same.
I don't usually like to let just anybody question my prisoners.
Well,
Why should I let you in?
you heard about the recent attack at the busted airlock?
Yeah, I heard about that one. I heard about the one downspire. I got a few in here from the one this morning. Why?
Well, some of the people injured in those events, they're they seem to be directly targeted, and so there are people who care about them, and they just want to know why.
He's sort of giving you this sort of like blank, impatient stare.
I'm gonna say like I won't be long, very quick.
He says, "I'm still waiting for the part where I should care."
Listen, man. Jurisdiction on this is all over the place. You don't want, the stadies rolling in, looking at the way you do things, imposing all their rules, their standards, their OSHA compliance. You don't want any of that. Probably best you just comply now and we'll be on our way. Just with the information, not with telling you how to do what you do here.
That sounds like you're trying to threaten him. I will
Intimidation
take
check.
an intimidation check from you, Percy.
Can I assist?
Uh-oh. It's actually not terrible.
I'd say no because it already happened.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Ooh, and he rolls really poorly.
It's
he
the sunglasses.
Kind of tenses up, but his face doesn't change, and then he pulls out this long electronic cigarette kind of thing, and takes a long drag on it, and then puts it away.
He's
And he
vaping.
says, "What was this guy's name again?"
I repeat the name.
Right here. He goes into the other room. He
I
makes a
tap
couple
Percy on the back.
quick little calls, and then he sort of nods. He's like, "One of you can go in the visiting booth, which is a little door off to the side."
I'll go if nobody else wants to. So
Go ahead, Nella.
okay.
With you going.
I go in.
This person that is sitting across from you is a Vesk, but really skinny for one of them. Their name is Velig, and they've got sort of lots and lots of tattoos on one side of their face, some scars. Clearly, a real rough tumble person.
Bellic?
Yeah, Velig.
Got it.
And they're handcuffed, sitting on the other side of some you assume bulletproof,
Something.
clear material. And they sort of smile and just this greasy, leering glare at you. Says, "Ooh, is today my lucky day? Don't tell me the warden's arranged for some company."
Maybe they did. Depends what you say.
His eyes kind of like go all wide. He's like, "I was trying to be rude, but..."
This place doesn't have a lot of rules, as I'm sure you know.
You get like a go on hand motion.
I'm basically gonna tell him like, I just need you to answer a couple really simple questions, and if I like what I'm hearing, I can make sure to arrange some company to join you. Might be me, might be someone else.
I'm listening.
When did you join Three Spire Kings?
Don't remember a time not being in.
Yeah, very, very typical. Okay, cool. Did you or anybody you know in the Kings ever hear anything about fraud charges or a fraud case ever coming up? Not necessarily with you, just anybody.
Of my pay grade.
Got it.
more of a boots on the ground kind of guy.
I like
Rob that place, extort that guy, rough those folks up. My job.
I like nod, like, but like an approving way, like, yeah, that's cool. That's like better anyway, basically. And I'm gonna say, like, whose pay grade would that be? Like, do you know? Can you tell me anybody who you think would be involved with something like that? Potentially, not for sure.
He narrows his eyes at you, and he says, "Oh, top of the ladder there.
Uh-huh.
Only the people up at the top would know about any sort of big fancy money laundering, fraud, and stuff."
Yeah.
But you knew that already, didn't you?
I also know that you're the kind of person who knows what's going on, like, and would be listening. So that's why I'm talking to you.
They say, I get out of here in another 2 months. I would hate it if word of me helping you out got back to the people at the top of the ladder.
You don't need to worry about that.
You see, I feel like I do.
What can I do to make you sure that you don't need to worry about that?
What do you got? How can I know that nobody's going to find out that I helped someone, helped some, oh, he leans in and kind of looks at you. You smell like steward.
I look like really insulted by that, and I'm like,
Bust somebody at the top. What is to protect them from pulling my scales off one at a time?
Lily doesn't know. Lily doesn't watch any scary movies about interrogation. I avoid those. I'm really out of my depth here, like, the whole time.
I would say you've got your little earpiece in if you'd like to phone a friend.
Yeah, like, if anybody has any suggestions, all you people who watch scary things, mostly Alex.
You gotta kill a guy. That's how he knows you're not a steward.
That would definitely do it.
Sorry,
but,
just
like,
kill somebody.
I'm just saying,
Stewards
like,
don't kill people. Usually.
didn't I kill, like, half the people on the chain breaker?
You did a lot of killing.
Yeah.
He doesn't know
This
that.
guy
though.
wasn't there for that.
Okay, I'll be like, have you heard of the chain breaker?
No.
Yeah. Really? He hasn't heard of it? It's pretty famous.
I'm in jail.
Lily doesn't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Would you like to try to intimidate him into complying? Try to convince him
I think
that
you
you
need
are
to start doing
scarier
some good cop, bad cop.
than whatever he's worried about? Or would you
We're
like
thinking
to...
about in 2 months, and I'm like, what if it was 4 months? What if it was a year? Like,
Are you going to threaten him with additional time? That you
I
could-
guess I'll be like, I want to make your stay as comfortable as possible for the last 2 months, but I could do the opposite if you want.
You'd have to somehow prove to him that you can do that.
You said I smell like Stewart. Maybe I do. Maybe I can get these people to extend your sentence.
I'll take an intimidation check to try
I don't
to...
know. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how I could convince him that I won't give his name to the people at the top. Like, why would I do that? Like, I don't like the gang, clearly.
He doesn't, you know...
I'm saying, like, I don't know what anybody would offer that would convince this guy that I wouldn't flip on him.
I'm not worried some steward's going to give my name to my boss. I'm worried somebody else is going to find out, and then they'll realize after it all goes down it was me. You clearly don't know much about how they run things.
I've never even been
Can
here.
you offer maybe to get him off the planet or
I'm not
like
staying-
somewhere else?
I'm not staying here. I'm trying to leave as soon as possible.
Did you hear what Alex said?
No, what did she say?
Offer maybe just to like help him get off the station,
I thought
relocate
he
him.
wanted to go
somewhere
back to
in
the
2 months?
gang. That's why he didn't want them to know, because he wants to join the gang again as soon as he's out.
I think he just doesn't want to be hunted.
He doesn't want to be tortured to death.
Yeah. I mean, just try
I
offering it to him.
I took him saying, like, I can't remember a time that I wasn't in the gang as him wanting to go back to the gang as soon as he was out. That's very typical.
Maybe he wants to start fresh.
I can't offer him a fresh start. That feels like an unrealistic offer. Like, I don't have a fund to set him up or something, or a ship that could take him somewhere in 2 months.
You could probably make some calls to some old friends on another planet and be like, hey, this guy is trying to reintegrate to society.
You could also, you know, like go confer with your associates, he'll keep. He's not going anywhere.
That's true.
I don't know. I mean, I'll just. I don't know.
You've got some tools. Let's use some. You know, what are your really good skills? Intimidation. You know.
Yeah, I know. I have that, but like, I really just feel like I don't watch any scary movies, so I don't know what to do to him, and I can't hit him. So
You can hit the table and yell at him.
that's not scary because there's a wall between. Like, I don't know. Like, I think that's not scary. If you've been in jail long enough, there's actually someone next to you hitting you, and like somebody behind a thing is not going to be scary.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know, man.
like,
Bad cop is very effective.
like I don't know what he's fishing for either.
Yeah, I'm confused.
We can threaten to like have him transferred to like some shittier place. I guess. I don't know.
He's just some low level guy.
Right. So like, why do we
want
think
some
he's gonna know
cigs?
anything about what happened yesterday? He was in jail yesterday.
He's was in jail yesterday, and he is worried way more about what his bosses would do to him if he snitched.
What if?
And
What if we offer to take out his bosses? He can climb the ranks.
also, Maynala, you can read people's minds.
Yeah. I'll do that. I think.
If you wanted to do that, that is just another tool you have.
You're like Nistoki with all these tools.
What is? Sorry, I'm double checking the rules for something.
I feel like this is really a quid pro quo Clarice situation. Jodie Foster is not prepped.
What is he wearing?
Prison jumpsuit, sort of rolled up around his arms, their arms to expose their forearms and a bunch more tattoos.
Can I use psychokinetic hand to like take the front of his shirt and do this?
How much can it lift?
One bulk.
Okay, you could put some pressure.
Yeah, like do that like while I'm intimidating him to be like, I can make this a short sentence with some company or a long sentence with no friends, like basically, and try to
Sure.
keep doing that. Okay.
I
And then I
can
have
make
to add,
things real uncomfortable
And
for
you-
you.
wait. I add 10 to that plus a
Not the shirt!
So a gajillion.
yeah. Okay, yeah, so 32.
You sort of just like he's kind of being obstinate. He kind of feels like he's in charge until you just sort of like lean in and then very calmly grab his shirt and pull him towards the glass with your mind, and he's not ready for it, so he just gets kind of yanked forward, and he's sort of startled, and you just give him the whole, you know, easy way or the hard way, and I can affect
Go
you
Liam
through
Neeson on his
bulletproof
ass.
glass,
Right.
implying that you can do more terrible things to him with your brain.
Right.
He's like, whoa, okay, what do you want to know?
Anybody that had anything to do with fraud, anybody who's looking for revenge.
I don't know. I mean, that's
You
gonna
can keep
be
the eyes wide at all.
He's like, as far as I know, you're gonna have to go talk to the boss lady about that.
Yeah, who's that?
He. Hang on, I have misplaced my notes. Ferrani Dadas. You want to go talk to her?
Okay.
Her. I think she's at the Fusion Queen now. I think we moved.
Okay. There's one more thing I want to know.
Fusion Queen.
It's a nightclub. You can look it up.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about that.
Please don't rip my brain out through my eyes.
Anybody
Explain out
you know
those
ever had
eyes.
anything to do with the Eyes Wide agency?
I don't know.
Oh, we got a lead.
Yeah, we got something.
I really don't know very much. They just have me beat people up sometimes.
And you do it so well. I let him go with the hand, and I'm gonna be like, if I find out you told me anything false, you'll know because you'll still be here. And then I'm gonna leave.
He seems kind of relieved that you aren't going to like turn him inside out with your magic psychic powers. And you leave. You're out.
Um, anything about fraud, anything about Eyes Wide Agency? That's really all we have. I don't know if Agent 7 always goes by Agent 7 because he's an android, right? Like,
Well, let's go talk to the boss lady.
oh, I don't want to talk to her. I want that name so I can throw it around to other people.
I think we should just go confront the boss lady. She's a criminal.
I don't.
We've got free reign to take her down.
Ready for
Yeah.
that? I feel like if we walk in the Fusion Queen and we're not in the gang, they'll just kill us. But
Oh,
You
they
can look
own
it
the
up. You can
nightclub.
look up this place.
yeah, I'll look it up. But anyways, we go out. Is the warden there? Like,
He's like, oh, I hope it was productive.
incredibly, everything
You know,
is up to snuff.
we've invested a lot in job training and other facilities for the. He's sweating.
I'm like looking around and like doing like a really disappointed looking sweep of all the facilities and just
We don't spend a lot on the decor for the public areas, so we can invest that in rehabilitation.
I'm just gonna like give him such a look with like one eyebrow raised and be like, for today, it's adequate.
He's totally the guy in the new Blade Runner who's got like 1,000 child slaves and is trying to justify that.
Oh, Fagin. Okay. Yeah, I will leave after that and just be like,
Okay, goodbye.
it's like sweep from the room out of there. And yeah, we get out. Right. Person A. Yeah.
Cool, you're out.
Let's look up this Queen's Fusion Queen.
You look up that place. I'm gonna look up the next Respire Kings guy and see if his record has anything more useful, and the last guy too. See if either of them were involved in anything that could be remotely tied to fraud or have a violent temperament.
Fusion Queen is a slightly more upscale nightclub, very popular with young folks. It's in a trendy neighborhood that is semi-depressed. It's poor, but it's sort of trendy, and they've got art exhibitions, and it is just
Right.
ripe to be gentrified.
So Oakland.
So it's public. There's
Yeah,
plenty
it's
of
public.
other
People go all
around.
the time. It's got really good
Right.
reviews.
5 stars.
4.5
on Yelp.
stars on Yelp.
On Space Yelp.
No, on Space Yelp.
Spelp.
Spelp. It's not TripAdvisor. It's like Trip Oracle.
Forget to rate us on TripAdvisor.
So it's got good. It's people like it. It's a cool, like hip place that mostly sort of young counterculture people go to.
Hey, I'm a young counterculture person. I can go
You
and
fit
blend
right
in.
in.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm curious, for the other two guys that we found that were arrested recently from Three Spire Kings, what are they serving time for?
This guy is in for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and armed robbery and much more serious stuff. No murder or anything that he at least that he was convicted of, but some nasty stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy's in for super murder.
Is that true? The third guy's in for super murder?
The third guy's totally in for super murder.
Cool.
You kind of look him up and you can find a news story about him. It was kind of a big deal when he got put away. He was a mob hitman.
His headline's like super murderer still at large.
Super murderer, murders for the last time.
What? Who was his
Super
victim
murders
for
for
that
last
guy?
time.
And actually, in both cases, who was the victim?
Variety of people. So
Okay.
the first guy, the middle dude, no murder on his record.
Yeah, aggravated assault with deadly weapon.
Yeah, and gun running and then lots of drugs. And big guy, all kinds of folks. It appears he just whacked anybody they told him to. Mostly sort of higher profile people.
Okay. Right.
I want to go party. Anyone else want to head up to Club VIP?
Do I think Percy is dressed appropriately for this event?
Based on the pictures you see online, which who knows if those are accurate,
Does Fusion Queen not have like an Insta feed that they maintain with?
They
like,
definitely do. You're right.
People drinking hip drinks with crazy straws.
I saw Percy's description for the artist. I think Percy would fit right in a counterculture
I
club.
was going to say
Yeah.
Percy is going to look like he goes there every week.
Great.
Yeah, I've got the clothes down and stuff and the edgy shit. I'm just gonna take some like anything I can find that's vaguely gelish and just like fuck up my hair.
So
like,
you've got like the cool
my shit up,
scarf
fam.
and like the awesome clothes and like the visor holding back this like slicked back hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
You look
It's going
awesome.
up in one spot, it's going like sideways in another.
You are definitely going to be on their Instagram feed if
You
you
make
hang out
me
there for any amount of time.
embarrassed to be
Oh,
from
yeah.
the same planet as you.
It's called going undercover.
Whatever.
I approve.
Manali, you look out of place, and
Yeah.
Pip, Yusoki look out of place no matter where they go.
Sort of our blessing and our curse.
Mhm. Even around other Yusoki.
She's like, what the fuck are you doing here?
What are you doing here? This is our mom's house. Wait, is she here? Why?
What's going on?
So yes, Manali, you will look out of place.
Yeah, I agree. So what I was gonna suggest is I'd like to.
Let Percy dress you.
Oh no, I was gonna say if there's a recording device, I want Percy to just like record everything from the minute he steps in, and me be like guy in the chair, like ready to look up.
I think we should go full makeover.
I don't know if I'm ready for this.
If you trust me,
I don't. No, I
I
kind of.
think you should trust me. I'm hip, I'm youthful.
You trusted me to eat the gach, basically. So I guess I'll trust you to dress me in this horrible disguise.
Hell yeah.
Please, Pip's still
Shaking the
gonna
can of
come.
hairspray.
Still gonna come, right?
I'm gonna give you the blowout. It's gonna be great.
I don't know if I have hair.
Honestly, Minella doesn't have hair.
I have antenna.
You've got antennas, right?
Yeah.
You could give Manala a wig.
Yes.
So like a bright colored wig. What are you doing for clothes?
Leather.
I'm gonna go all belts and buckles.
Okay, so cut off my shirt and a vest with lots of extra buckles
couple
and buttons.
chains. Like, there's
Yeah.
nowhere that's not secured to your body.
Pip, do you want to like give them some like weird like space hardware cloth to like do like a kilt or like dress skirt thing out of, so she's like industrial chic?
There you go.
I'm down for that.
Oh, give you
And
like an
then-
armband. It's like ripped. Yeah.
Manala, you look awful,
Yeah, I'm like this
but
is.
you're gonna be great.
I'm like this is the worst
Like-
I've ever looked.
She's doing it because she's so counterculture. She's aware that it looks terrible, and that's what makes it cool.
Exactly.
I feel like my youngest sister right now. Don't tell her I said that. I don't like she watches this.
Well, it's a good thing this is live on the internet. Hi.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll never find out.
Okay.
No, I just mean she does full fashion. So, Pip, are you coming?
Yeah, and I'm just wearing my normal clothes, which is my flight suit, and then my little army jacket over it.
Okay. I want to all.
That's fine. You've got the whole, you're already like a rebel just for being small.
There's
Yeah,
a good
whatever.
chance that we can get split up at this event, so I'd like to have comms running the whole time,
Oh yeah.
just so that when we get separated, not if, we're able to still keep abreast of what's going on with each of us.
What? Do you ever turn your comms off?
Yeah, like all the time,
Why?
because it's so loud out there.
All right.
We do not know who else may be watching.
I just,
Yeah.
Lily, I'm sorry. I watched all of Lord of the Rings.
I'm always connected to
For
asshole,
real?
so I never turn my
Yeah.
comms off.
Watch it again with you.
I was thinking of watching Highlander again today because I was in the museum.
Tommy.
Focus, please.
I know, and I felt bad. I felt guilty for having bought it.
To the club.
Wait, dabbing, that's a thing. See, I know you.
No, dabbing's not a thing in the future.
Oh, thank God.
It's like something much worse or something. Like, I don't know.
All right.
I just did it.
It's terrible. It's the worst.
A lot of people get slapped.
You're supposed to slap
It's
people.
really shitty to walk through the dance floor. It's like a car wash.
There was a really terrible music video that's all the rage, and like that is the dance to it. So you just get your ass kicked on the floor.
Oh god,
Cool.
this is gonna go so badly.
So you
Ready.
you head to the Fusion Queen.
Yep.
You're like a block away, and you can hear the music.
Oh God.
You get there, and there's a bit of a line, but they seem to be bringing people in at a relatively reasonable rate. You get out of the cab. There is a big sign, sort of where the line starts, that says "Absolutely no weapons. Our guards are armed."
Shit.
I didn't bring any weapons. This is what I always do.
I'm
And there
fully
are two
loaded.
people. There are two people patting people down and searching them at the door.
Hey Pip,
Yeah.
I'm gonna regret this, but can you hold my weapons in your cheeks?
Yeah.
There you go.
I presume that your pistol is less than 1 bulk.
Oh, the safety's on. The knife's in the sheath.
All right.
Oh.
The problem is I've got a sniper rifle on my back.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, know where to put that.
So actually I'm not gonna put them in my mouth right now. I'm gonna be like, I will hold on to them. I'll meet you in there, and I'll stick them in my backpack.
Alright.
How are you gonna get in?
Another way.
They're letting people in.
All right. Cool. See you there. And then Percy and I'll get in line.
You get to the front, and one of the guards is like, "All right, put your hands like this. Please don't do this. I'm gonna search you for weapons."
God, the metal detector one's gonna go fucking crazy on Manella's outfit.
And then they give both of you a pat down, and they're like, "We don't want any trouble. All the guards are armed. Don't fuck with us."
Oh, have they been saying this to everyone?
No, but you two you're big, which is why they're saying it to you.
Yes.
Um,
I like point at my hair and I'm like, I'm just here to have a good time, man.
yeah, you better be. Get in. Go in.
Only danger is my dance moves, because they're so hot.
Keep the line moving. So they let Percy and Minala in unarmed. Inside it is, there's the dance floor, there's a bar, there's these sort of like VIP boxes up high with various forms of debauchery happening in all of them.
Okay.
People dancing. It's great. It's quite the nightclub.
All
And
right.
you two are dressed super well for here.
Lily, it looks like the bronze after Willow and Amy were like going ape shit on it.
I was gonna say the floor is all glowy and stuff.
Oh, it's all
The dudes
glowy.
in the
There's,
cages doing the fucking dance.
there's like some DJs up high, and it's remixes of pop songs that are barely recognizable.
Cool. Shoot.
It's like wah wah wah. You're like, what's that? Oh, it's memories.
I was thinking like some classical Britney Spears, like the second episode of Doctor Who.
There's also, there's booths, the dance floor, the 4 smaller stages on the dance floor, and of course, everybody is sweaty, and there's some doors in the back, some double doors in the back that say staff only.
Is there like a VIP lounge anywhere?
Yeah, there's all the VIP boxes up above looking down at the dance floor.
Like a ring.
Maybe a dozen of them. One of them is bigger than all the other ones.
If I like look in there, do I see anyone that fits the Three Spire Kings MO?
You see perception check.
I see a perception check in my future. I see kicking its ass.
You see, maybe some servers moving around up in there. You see a human woman sitting on a bench, looking down, talking to someone as if they're having some kind of meeting, and leaning against the wall, a heavily armed Ikeshti, who you are familiar with Ikeshti. They are sort of these desert lizard folk that live on Akaton.
Interesting. I'm gonna point that out too.
Heavily
Why not?
armed and armored.
Yeah, no, you said overcomes, and me and Percy hear it also. Or me and Pip, sorry. Cool.
You see a few people down on the floor and around other places who appear to be guards but aren't in the whole welding gear.
Yeah, I mean, and anybody who is a guard will probably be, even if they are, they're probably like undercover, a la Disneyland.
Yeah. And then there seems to be like a uniform for this place.
Okay.
All right. So,
And you said a human woman.
can we get up to the floor that the boxes are on?
I'm sure it's an entrance where you have to like know somebody.
There's a few stairwells sort of up to where all of those are, but they have, a bouncer right in front of them.
While Percy was checking out that box, I wanted to be getting us drinks.
Mhm.
So I will do that. Just like generic, fancy looking drinks. Just anything with a crazy straw. Crazy straw.
You can get some really wild looking cocktails. You can get what are you looking for? Something like fruity, strong, colorful.
You want something that like
Glowing.
pulses with a light and has a crazy straw. That's one of them.
I
And
knew you were going to say glowing.
yeah,
Get a starstone. It sort of glows orange.
and then I want like the other one to have like a fish in it.
Cool. Yeah, it's a Vesk. It's a Vesk mojito with a live fish in it.
Excellent. Yeah, and then I'm gonna
It
let.
smells minty and delicious and refreshing.
This is a step up from those weird vodkas.
Yeah, a little. I'm gonna give one. I offer Percy both the drinks to be like, which one do you want? I don't care.
I don't really want to swallow a live fish on accident.
Cool. I hand you the other one, and I'm like, we need to blend in. Just take a drink and look like you're having a good time.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't actually have to drink it, but it is very good.
I'll have some.
Yeah. Cool. So
I kind of want to hang near the staff door and wait, see if someone walks in and out. If I can get a peek inside.
See if you can figure out what the protocol is for getting in and out. That makes sense. And if you can get like an ID on anybody who's being a server up there, they have to come back down to the kitchen to get stuff. If you know who's going up there, we can try to talk to them to see if it is who we're looking for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know if that's like both of us doing like perception checks, like and trying to be subtle or whatever. I don't know how you want to do that, but to see if I'm trying to like ID one of the servers so that when they leave and come back down, if we saw them, we could know who it was to ask.
Sure, that'd be pretty easy for Percy to do. Percy's seen them.
Okay. Yes, we'll keep our eye out for them.
Cool. So it's a little while, but then they seem to have dropped off their drinks and they come down. They go down sort of a stairway, and then they come out onto that catwalk that connects all the booths, and they go down the stairs. The bouncer lets them pass, and they're heading back towards the bar to get something else.
When they go to the bar, do they like stand on the customer side, or do they like go behind?
Kind of both. Some of them do. This one is standing on the customer side, just gonna grab some more drinks and go.
Okay. I want to like sidle up to him and be like, "Hey, is Ferrani here tonight?" And like act like super drunk. Sorry.
The server looks at you and says, "Who?"
Sorry, you said her name was Ferrani the Dawes, right?
Ferrani the Dawes.
Yeah, and it's like, the Dawes.
I don't know anybody with that name. Hairflip.
Sense motive on this bitch right now.
I'm sorry, I just started.
My second week.
Oh my god. Okay, wait, and I add 3 and a d6. So hella again. Damn. Okay, so 26.
Definitely lying.
Cool. I'm like, all right, well, tell her that, and I'm gonna say the name Velik. I'm gonna say, tell her Velik says hi.
Sorry. You should probably lay off of those starstones.
Oh, but they're so good. Da-da-da. And I just wander off.
She kind of goes off and she sort of whispers to one of the guards real fast, and they give you sort of a weird look, and you see this person's hand instinctively go to the gun that is definitely in their jacket. Not like to grab it, just like to touch it. And then they mutter something into a comm.
My so I'm gonna say into comms while I'm doing this, but I'm gonna be like giggly and like stumbly making my way to where I think a bathroom is. That's like what I'm doing, but what I'm saying is like Fronting the Dodds is definitely here. I definitely think she's in that booth. So that's where she is if you want to try to get information out of her.
And you're heading to a bathroom?
Yeah, I'm going to be like, I need to lay low because I think I made them pretty suspicious. But she's definitely here, and she's very likely in that booth.
People are keeping eyes on you as you are moving towards the bathroom.
Yeah, and that's good because now I'm a distraction if Percy and Pip decide to do anything.
Mhm.
Pip, are you coming in?
No, I'm outside. I have a different plan. I was waiting.
Oh,
Let's go to Pip. What's your
yeah, I
plan,
was going to
Pip?
say, what are you doing?
So there's a service entrance somewhere, I'm sure.
There's a back.
So my goal is to find the back, the service entrance, or some sort of, I mean, it's connected to the space station, so there's lots of ventilation and shit it's connected to. I want to get up in the catwalks, because it's a club, so there's catwalks up there that control lights and, things that float, and, you can get way up in there. I want to be up in the catwalks.
So you send, asshole around to just sweep the whole joint.
Surveil the building, right?
On the roof, you're in kind of this sort of atrium-like area where there's a high roof and some
Gotcha.
stuff hanging from the ceiling, but there is space above the roof of this building,
Gotcha.
as if it was built later as an addition, like not part of the original design of the station.
Okay.
You look down. There's a guy, in a chair, sort of with his feet kicked up, sitting on the roof with a big, heavy rifle of some kind leaned against him, but he's just kind of sitting there being lazy. Around back, there's one of those sort of rolling doors, as if for trucks to back up to, and there's a guy sitting back there, more alert, but still, he's just the back door guy.
Watching for vehicles.
He seems to have something around his neck. It's hard to tell from this angle. Probably
So sorry, there's a guy on the roof and a guy by the back door?
just one guy by the back door, by the rolling door, and the ramp. He's hanging out. There are vents on the roof.
I'm going to try and get to the roof. Is there like a fire escape or like a adjacent building or something?
There's an adjacent building.
Great. I'm going to go up there.
It's a bit of a jump, but you're
Figure it out.
you'll figure it out.
Toss me.
You don't weigh very much.
I don't worry very much at all.
I would say this is an athletics or, is there an acrobatics check?
I forget what everything is called.
I would say you could make a strength or dexterity check. Are you trying to vault or just get enough speed up and
Yes,
let your...
acrobatics.
Great. Sorry. I'm quickly pulling up my sheet because I realized this whole time I haven't had it up because I haven't need to roll.
And that is
anything.
if you want to jump from one roof to the other.
Yeah, I got acrobatics. I will jump from one roof to the other.
Cool. You climb up onto this other one through a fire escape. There is a sort of strange sort of bird person, Aarakocra person in a window who's shouting at you in a language you don't understand, but you just ignore them and walk past. And you're up on the roof.
Cool. It's not a very
It's not
good roll.
great. Not awesome. You go and you run and you jump and you are not going to make it. You have a moment to do anything you want to try to do before you just fall down onto the street.
So the one thing I was gonna say was I would stick asshole in the middle so I could swing off of him, but he can't actually hold that much weight. So
That's worth a shot.
can I do that?
Yeah, how much can Asshole lift?
I could not tell you off the top of my head. I'd have
Probably
to
a
go look it
bulk.
up.
That's pretty standard. It's not very much, and I don't know how much you weigh, but
More
I mean,
than a
it can
bolt.
definitely get you for a second. Just like on off.
Yeah, I just need to like swing off of him.
I'd buy that you could kind of grab him and sort of ride him as he falls, just to slow your fall enough to land on the other roof.
Okay.
So I'd totally take a
acrobatics.
yeah, sure, another one to grab.
Much better that time.
Excellent.
Can't have everyone
Was your
in this
plan-
game dying from falling too.
Was your plan the whole time? You jump, you grab onto Asshole, and you kind of just float down, and you're still not quite gonna make it. So you just sort of just barely catch onto the edge of the roof, and you're hanging there, and you're like, oh, whew, and pulling yourself
Work out more. All right, now I gotta pull myself up.
I'll take a perception check now that you have landed.
All right. 18.
You hear a gun go, sort of be charged and sort of wind up, and someone sort of stand up, startled.
I didn't make that much noise. All right.
He rolled really well.
That's fine. I'm gonna send asshole zipping the other way to draw his attention.
Okay. It goes, zoom, and he kind of chases after it to the edge of the building and is looking that direction and making a call on his comms, facing away from you on the other side of the building.
Great. I'm gonna go right to the door.
It seems when you landed, you made noise, and he woke up and didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, that's fine. As far as he can tell, it's just like a courier thing flying past, right? Like,
He's definitely more suspicious than that, but he's focused on it.
all right.
Cool. You find a vent and you can.
And Pip, you've been following everything that I've said, so you're not out of the loop. Like, you know what's up.
Yeah, they're here. Yeah. I mean, you guys were in there a long time, and you were in line for a while, so this is all still happening in the past.
Yeah, no, totally. I'm just saying, like, whenever we all sync up again, like, you're up to date.
I want to find like a nice spot in the catwalk where I can
There's-
see a good chunk of everything.
If you were human-sized, it would be precarious up here, but you are small. So the catwalk is perfectly big enough, and you're up above all the lights shining down, so you think you'd be difficult to see from the floor, because you'd be looking in the light.
Right. And then I'm going to take one of these little light fixture pieces and use it to mount my sniper rifle in such a way that I just have I got a good view over everything.
Cool. We'll count that as your sort of aim step where you have to like get set up.
Excellent.
So you're ready to go.
And
You
I've
can
got
see the
scope, and I
person
can
in the
see all
box they
over.
were talking about, and they're visibly kind of agitated.
Gotcha.
They say something, and some guards on the floor start moving places.
Ooh, can I so like when there are curtains and things in theaters, there's like sandbags tied to ropes and stuff.
Mhm.
Can I tuck Percy's weapons into a sandbag and lower it in the corner somewhere where Percy can easily retrieve it?
From where you are, you don't think you could do it sneakily,
Okay.
but you can see the whole floor from where you are, and there's cables and stuff up here. It would not be hard to tie Percy's weapons to something and drop them to him.
All right, but I don't want to do it without. If I want to do it without attracting attention, it would attract attention. So I should wait till shit goes down.
Yeah.
All right.
It would be easy, but there's no like backstage here.
I'm gonna tie them. I didn't even backstage. I just meant sort of like along a wall or something nondescript.
Yeah,
or
maybe
behind a
but
curtain.
It would be like a thing
All right.
coming down.
I'll wait till later.
feeling-
I'll tie them off so they're ready.
Yeah.
So that when it's there, I can just throw the sandbag and it'll.
Yeah, easy.
Cool.
Cool.
Can I get asshole in here too? After a little while, after the guy stopped, the asshole flies far enough away, dips down, comes back around the other side.
Totally. Asshole's able to duck behind some buildings and lose this guy's line of sight and, fly down the vent.
Great. What I'm gonna do is position asshole like on the opposite side, up in the catwalk still, so that I can see everything that's below me that I can't see well from this side. I can see on the camera from asshole.
So yeah, asshole stays really close to the ceiling and it's super loud, so you can't hear his little fans.
Yeah.
And he flies over to the corner and they turn into little claws and he grabs on.
And he's got a little
And
camera, so
And he's got his little camera and it's like his whole body rotates
Mhm.
so that his little laser pistol is pointed out.
sweet.
Percy, you're on the floor and you have a better view because Pip has been getting set up. I'll take a perception check from you. And Mainala.
Okay. There we go.
Okay. And have I made it to the bathroom at this point, or no?
You have just walked into the bathroom.
And perception for me. I don't know if I add anything. Oh, I add 5. Look at that. Okay, 23.
Percy, you and Mainala notice that as Mainala has gone into the bathroom and the door has sort of swung behind her, one of the guards, has followed her in.
Is there a window in the bathroom?
No window in the bathroom. It's like a public restroom, and this guard has followed you in and seems to be trying to sneak up on you. as you try to act natural by washing your hands or something, I assume.
Yeah, I totally would do that.
Is this a progressive enough
Uh,
bar that it won't be suspicious if I go into the same restroom?
The bathrooms aren't by gender; they're by what appendages you require.
Great.
I
I'm a biped,
sit,
so I'll
stand,
go here.
Float. You know.
I still have my drink.
Mhm.
So what I'd like to do is throw the glass really fast at the guard's feet and then duck out, kind of back. Because if I'm here and he's coming this way, I want to Sorry, I was watching myself and it was backwards what my hands were doing.
Yep.
Sorry.
Whoa.
You have
You're
walked
just,
in. You are, let's
hands?
say, at the sink, and
Yeah.
the guard is between you and the door, coming up behind you.
Right.
But you can hear their footsteps. You know they're there.
Right. So I want to when I have him in sight, him or her, whoever, I want to throw the glass at their feet so they're "Wow!" and this, and I can just duck past them, just back out the door,
Cool.
and just basically make a break for it.
He's just
Sounds
shouldn't
good.
chase you out. Are you okay? Hide in the dance floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, dance out, man.
Lose the wig, right? Drop some belts.
It's true.
Totally
It's
different person.
So
I actually give you a reversible shirt.
Should have.
So you whip around, throw this glass on the floor at them, and they sort of take a sudden step back, but then they lunge at you.
Oh, I don't have a chance to do dodge.
Oh, we're gonna make some rolls now, but this is what they're
okay.
doing.
Cool.
They're not startled by the.
We
they're
might
sort of-
dive past each other, we might not.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Cool. What do you need me to roll? Just initiative?
No, this would be sort of this is the one thing before initiative. It's sort of the combat maneuver,
Sure.
whatever we decided that was.
Okay. If they're going against me, they roll a thing versus my whatever. I have an AC versus combat maneuver. So are they doing a combat maneuver or am I doing one?
Oh yeah, it's against your AC, I think, and it's
Yeah. My AC against
strength plus base attack bonus, I think.
yeah. So my AC against
Yes.
combat maneuvers is 20. So that's the number that you were trying to get. Is I guess what I'm trying to say.
And yes,
I
it's
don't know
strength
what
and
I-
base attack bonus.
So
What's your kinetic AC?
my kinetic AC or my AC against combat maneuvers?
Oh, I didn't know it was a different thing. What's your AC against combat maneuvers?
20.
20.
Yeah.
They sort of dive at you, but you're able to kind of sidestep out of the way. And we're going to roll initiative now
Cool.
because fighty things are about to happen.
Ready fight.
Might as well, since I'll be there soon.
Wow.
Oh, you are? Yes, everybody. All three of you are involved now.
That's
Let me make a turn tracker for you.
It is 7. Hi, B.
How do I clear this?
You just
Move
delete
alt.
everything on it. There you go.
Cool. God dang it.
Why is it?
Add turn.
So we
It's
can't
weird,
see any
yeah.
of these tokens. 'Cause
Oh.
you're
Are
on the
you
wrong
on a
page.
different page?
Yeah, you gotta move us to
Oh,
that
do we
page.
have tokens now?
I will
You gotta move us back to the other page.
move you all back.
There we go. Now we can see them.
Oh, right, these.
Uh, and this is acceptable.
I rolled 7, so not the best.
Should throw it on the turn tracker.
Straight roasting right now.
Yeah, man.
Lily, what's 7?
Yeah. I have no modifiers.
What's your decimal point, man?
Point
What?
0.
0.
So, Manala, you sort of dive out of the way, and you're about to book it for the door, but this person sort of reaches into their jacket and pulls out this shock pistol, and is going to fire it at you.
Rude.
I feel like a 23 hits you.
I feel like it does too.
And you feel sort of this terrible stinging pain as you take 2 points of damage.
Ah! Sting, sting.
And then they're going to use their movement to stand up.
Okay. It's fine. Our opportunity
And,
attacks a thing or no?
What?
Our opportunity attacks a thing or no?
Yeah, sure.
I guess what I'm saying is, like, if he and I are right next to each other and he's standing up,
Yeah, attack of opportunity.
that counts as yeah. Okay. So so I'll just try to, like, I guess it was just my bare hands, just like push him back down.
Just like kick his knee out.
Yeah, basically. So do you want me to just like roll just like a strength attack?
Yeah, it's just a strength attack. Are you like?
Are you
I guess
proficient?
you're
You're
not a basic
proficient
attack.
in fists, aren't you?
Yeah.
Base attack
Yeah.
bonus.
I am. What is my base attack bonus? It is 4. Nope.
Probably 1.
This should just be 1.
I can't.
Level 2.
You're level 2.
Yes,
It's
1. Okay, sorry. I just was like, where on the sheet is this?
Bab.
Yep. So
That is not enough. You're kind of on the ground and you go to kick, and they sort of like just step out of the way, and they've got that shock pistol leveled at you again.
cool.
Pip.
Is the door open to this bathroom?
It's like a swinging door,
Okay, is it swung open or
Currently
closed right
closed.
now? All
currently
right.
closed. You see that the other guards around here are agitated, like they're about to do something.
Turn asshole into a disco light to blind all of them.
No, I have an idea, but I'm not sure I want to play that card yet.
What is this? Sounds cool.
It is a cool idea. I'm gonna delay my turn till after
Okay.
Percy.
Okay.
Well, in that case, Minala, your turn.
Oh, Percy, did you roll real bad on initiative?
Percy
I
rolled
did.
real bad.
Real bad. Okay.
Percy
I
rolled a
rolled
nat
it
one.
way worst.
I would like to daze this guy, which would mean that he couldn't take actions, which would be nice, so I could leave. Is he CR3 or lower?
He is.
Great. Okay, because it doesn't work otherwise. It only lasts around. He has to do a will save, and if he has
Cool.
any spell resistance, then this also won't work.
He got a 10.
Yeah, that does not beat the DC. So, he is unable to take actions, but I can't target him again like this for 1 minute. So, for 1 round, he can't take actions. He's just like, what?
So you sort of reach out and use this psychic ability, and he looks like someone just punched him in the face. His pupils, constrict almost all the way, like much further than they should be able to, because you've sort of done something terrible to his brain, and he's just stumbles back a foot or two and is kind of just
Wait.
trying to keep himself upright.
Cool. And then for my movement, I'd like to leave. But I'd like to, while leaving, rip off the wig and the vest.
Wait till you're out of the bathroom to do that, so they don't see it.
Oh, good call. Well, but if there's other dudes out there, I thought there were other dudes, waiting right there.
I was saying if you can get into the crowd and then do that.
I hear what you're saying.
If you
Okay,
get onto the
so
dance floor and then do it, you're set.
Okay.
And then just start doing this.
I guess I'll keep it on and then go out of the bathroom doing this.
And you just barrel into the dance floor.
Yeah, real hardcore.
Give me a strength check to sort of muscle your way into the middle of this crowd.
Okay.
This press of sweaty bodies.
+3, so 16.
Yeah, with some effort, you're able to kind of shoulder your way in, and people are annoyed and upset with you, but they just go back to
And
dancing.
you alias. Drop the wig. Lose some belts.
Yeah, that's my next turn. So, yeah.
That's
Jennifer
easy.
Gardner, is that
It's
you?
starting to happen.
Dropping things is a free action, so.
Okay, so I'll definitely drop the wig to start.
Percy.
Alright, so I saw Manala come out and presumably walk past me into the dance
Run
floor.
past you into the dance floor.
Does it seem like any of the guards had noticed that or are going to be looking for her on the dance floor?
Absolutely, they have seen her run out.
Well, and I can
They
speak.
look like they're about to converge.
I'm gonna be like, They're onto me. They don't know about you, so just stay here. Don't blow your cover. I'll get out.
Oh, has she lured any of the guards that were watching the stairs?
Yes.
Get up to the
So
big
it's free to go
boss.
upstairs now.
Get up to the big boss. I have a plan.
Me?
Yeah, you. If the stairs are clear.
Okay, I wanna go up the stairs. I'd like to do it sneakily.
Give me a stealth check.
Roll 20 is frozen. Oh, roll 20, please.
Roll 20.
Just-
Why?
It's just not moving. There we go.
Please roll 20. Please.
Stealth? Oh, hell yes.
Hey!
Yeah.
Fucking invisible. I blend in so well. I'm such a hipster.
You
Look-
see this one bouncer kind of go to, get the call and then kind of go to investigate, and you see that there's these spinning spotlights that are kind of spinning around the room, and you
Am I
time
solid
it
snaking my way up?
perfectly to just be between them.
And you like grab a tray off the bar and like you're a server now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, and then you put it away, and you sort of walk right behind somebody else, and then they turn, and you take
I grab
somebody's
someone's
jacket,
wallet for fun.
and you stroll right up there, and you are standing right outside this door. If you turn the corner, there's a glass door. They'll see you, but you can kind of peek around the corner, and you see the Akeshti gun out, ready for any intruders coming through that door, and then the woman behind her desk looking out the window and trying to talk to people and sort of seemingly giving commands.
I'm in. I don't know what Pip's plan is now.
all right.
So
I have the sniper rifle trained on the boss lady.
Mhm.
And I'm ready to toggle on the laser light when we need to intimidate. So I say, you tell her to give us what we want, and if she tries to stop you, I turn the laser light on.
okay, I'm probably not gonna have time to do this turn though.
Oh yeah, that's your turn.
Yeah.
Back to the top. That guard in the bathroom is no longer stunned, and he's going to kind of stumble out of the bathroom and seemingly talk to another one, and then they're going to move towards the dance floor, trying to look for you. And some of the dancers are kind of seeing that something's going on, but they're not sure what, and they're apprehensive. I don't think they're going to be able to see you.
And they're looking for a human with red hair, not a Lashunta.
No, they
can I?
cannot. They cannot see you. You blend right in.
Cool.
You're dancing with all these people, and they're looking. They're like, we don't see anybody.
Cool. So
I'm so embarrassed. I'm ashamed.
why are you ashamed?
I said it. I'm the worst.
You're not. What? If that's the thing that you've said that makes you the worst, then
Pip,
Yes.
it's your turn.
I mean, I can't do anything until Percy makes his move. So
didn't you
Delay
delete
again?
after Percy?
I delayed and I got skipped, and now it's my turn again. And all I've got is I've got the sniper rifle trained. There's nothing else. I don't have any other actions I need to do.
So are you waiting for Percy to go in there, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, just delay again.
Delay.
Manala, would you like to do anything?
I mean, I want to keep taking off. Like, I want to take off the vest. I already got rid of the wig, but I'd like to take off the vest too.
We can since they can't find any of you, we can temporarily go out of combat to make things
Okay.
simpler.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'll do that, and what I want to do is make my way to any exit. Is there more than one exit?
There's the front door, and there's a door at the back that says staff only.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Pip. I'm like, if I go out the staff only exit door, do you know if there's a way out of the building there? Because I know that you ask.
From observing the building, you would think there was a room between that door and the rolling door in
Right.
the
I was
back.
gonna say that should probably take you to somewhere where there's a loading dock. There is a guard out by the loading dock. But you can take him.
All right. Do I want? Yeah, I guess I'll try to do that. I want to go in that door and then see if I can just get out the loading dock.
And Pip, from what you can tell, there's going to be some kind of room, maybe a storeroom, maybe a kitchen between that rolling door and this staff-only door, just based on.
Can I
personal
send
taste.
asshole, spider crawling along the wall and down to Maynala?
Mhm.
Um,
Give me a stealth check for asshole.
Cool. 10.
It sure crawls.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna go to that door, and then is it just like an empty room with like boxes and drink mix and stuff?
So you're going to come out of the dance floor.
Yeah, I want to see if I can make a break for that staff door.
Give me a
Like,
stealth check.
I'll look around first. Like if there's bitches like right there, like I won't go.
They're sort of circling the dance floor to try to catch anybody who leaves and see if it's you.
Okay. Okay. Different plan then. If I see that, I want to be dancing up on some people
Mhm.
and be like, "Hey, let's get out of here," and then try to.
Okay. Persuasion check.
Alex, are you happy about this plan?
I feel like this is just straight charisma.
Yeah.
See, this is how face characters play.
Persuasion. Is that a thing?
Did you
Or-
live around here?
Just a straight charisma check, or
But I don't remember what the things are. That's why I'm asking. Is it a thing?
whatever you think would be the check to convince someone you've never seen before that they should leave this club with you after you've said literally one sentence to them.
I mean,
Huh?
I mean, this is a dude.
To be
I feel like this
fair,
is diplomacy.
this is that kind of place.
I was gonna say, like, that's about all you need to say. You're there.
Dancing is the universal language, so
I'm like, it is entirely plausible this
Nothing
would
says
work.
take me home like this.
Diplomacy would work.
Hey, I want to get out of here.
I'll do. Am I charmingly intimidating or am I doing diplomacy? I'll do diplomacy. That's fine.
Diplomacy.
Either one of those. They're the same. Like so.
Yeah, diplomacy.
Okay, so add 8 to that.
Mhm.
And yeah, so 18. Yeah, 18.
Describe who you walk up to.
Aim low.
Is there somebody? Oh, sorry. Is Vesk like the lizardy type people?
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a Vesk like jock looking guy?
There's a total Vesk bro.
He's like super hulked out. He's totally doing roids.
He's in a bro tank.
Oh, he's got a deep V on.
Oh.
Stringer tank with some kind of weird like joke about lifting.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's who I would go up to.
Brethren, dost thou even hoist?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's instead of Veskarium, it says like Vesknasium.
Yeah, that's it.
And he's shredded, total bro.
Okay.
He's got like dumb glasses on.
Sweet. Yeah, so that's who I'll be dancing up on and be like, let's get out of here.
He says something, but he's pretty.
You want to
drunk.
go
Cool.
that way?
Can I
Um, Like you don't really understand it, but it sounded affirmative.
Oh, then I like laugh and smile and I'm like, cool.
He's following you now.
Cool. And then we're gonna like link arms or hold hands or whatever and like go to an exit.
He like you go to hold hands, and he just kind of like puts this giant arm like around you, not like going for anything. Just like this seems to be the only way someone this size could like, and this drunk could follow someone.
Cool. Sounds great. I will also again act like pretty drunk.
Where are you leading him?
The main exit
Cool. Some.
/ entrance because you said there's basically 2 doors and one's
Yeah.
back and one's not. So I'm gonna.
I'd say give me a stealth check now.
Yeah, sure. Snicky snake. Or,
It is a sneaky snake.
oh, it is a sneaky snake. And add 4 to that, so 19.
I don't see it yet.
Oh, it was 15. It did not go through.
There it is.
And add 4,
Uh,
like I said, so 19.
Cool. You're starting to go out, but every time the bouncer comes over, you just kind of like ha 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 ha, and like kind of flop against him, so they don't really get a good look at you. And you're able to walk out the door, and it seems like the guys at the front are happy that these two drunk idiots are leaving.
Yeah.
And you now have a giant drunk Vesk on your arm, and you're outside.
Great.
And we're gonna cut back to inside.
That sounds good.
Percy, what do you want to do? You're at the door.
What's this lady's name again?
Her name is
Farani Nadaz.
Ronnie. Nadaz, okay.
yeah, Fernie the Dogs.
All right, Pip, you got me? Ready?
Yep, got you covered. Just say when.
All right. I'm gonna walk in. I'm gonna look straight at the guard. I'm gonna get you. Take it easy, unless you want Ferrani here's shirt to get real messed up. Click on the laser light.
Ding.
That sounds like an intimidation check you need to make.
Laser light on.
As soon as you come in the door, this Ikeshi just trains this laser rifle on you.
Oh god.
Is it like an assist because Pip is doing the light or no?
I've lowered the DC because Pip is doing the
Oh,
the
okay,
light.
cool. No, I
Um,
wasn't sure how that all works. So
But Percy's not super scary.
he's not.
She turns around and looks at you, and just touches this thing on her shirt, and this sort of personal force field appears around her.
If I see her reaching
Damn.
for
It's-
something, I would fire.
Okay, sure, you can shoot.
Yeah.
You also know that like personal force fields don't like protect you completely. But yeah, no. If you see her, moving
If she's
after
reaching,
you
yeah,
shoot,
I'm gonna fire for her
she's going
shoulder.
like this. Go for it.
The shoulder
Fire.
that she's reaching with, yeah.
Roll an attack.
All right. Here
Sick.
goes nothing.
Woo!
I wish that asshole was firing this. Oh, I totally miss.
You fire.
It's a one shot.
She turns on the shield. It goes around her, and then you punch this perfect little hole in the glass window, and it goes. From the sort of bubble it makes, you think that these windows are like hardened against small arms fire, but you
Not.
have a very large sniper
I
rifle.
have a very large sniper rifle.
And she looks at the big Akeshti and just says, "Kill him." Roll initiative again, or we can go back into initiative now.
All right, I have like, okay.
I'd
Ruler
say
shadow weapon.
since Pip has been delaying Pip's turn, I'm going to use the old initiative.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. I thought you said roll initiative again.
I changed my mind. Pip, you've delayed your turn like a bunch of times. I'm going to give you a turn right now, and then Percy was technically up next.
Okay. Just confirming something. Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna take a shot at because we want her for information. So I'm gonna take a shot at the what's his name? Not Ifriti, whatever it's called.
Akeshti.
Ikeshti. Ifriti's something else.
Yes, it is.
Still not gonna be enough.
He has a cool name, and it's a shame you guys don't get to hear it.
No.
So what was that? 14
14.
against his KAC or EAC?
KAC, I believe, is an analog sniper rifle.
14 hits.
Cool.
You just plug him with just a straight body shot. Just bang right in the middle of his back. You're not trying to be fancy.
And it's 1d10 piercing damage. Hey, 10 piercing damage.
Whoa!
Oh,
That is a lot.
Get snipped.
sick move, Pip.
It's like a really intense powering up noise.
He groans and drops to one knee as you can see that you put a hole clean through his armor, but it didn't penetrate the front, so you think it caused even more damage in there.
And then because asshole moves on my turn and he was already
Yep.
crawling down the wall, what I'm gonna have him do is crawl down the wall near where Percy is.
Cool.
And as soon as he's reasonably close to Percy, his weapon mount is gonna like aim down and detach, and the pistol's gonna pop up out of it for Percy to grab.
Nice. That's really cool.
Thanks, asshole.
Percy just grabs it.
Dude, it's
It's your turn,
R2.
Percy.
On
No, it totally
Jabba's
R2'd it.
skiff.
Percy, it's your turn.
So he's down on one knee, but he's not like out of commission, is he?
Nope, not even close.
You can execute him now.
I can
He's
execute
down on
him?
one knee, but he's about to pull that gun back up on you.
I don't know, Pathfinder. Is there a way that I can like just extra kill him right now in the head?
No, he'd have to be incapacitated. Then you could.
Yes, if somebody.
I'm
that's-
just saying.
shoot a girl.
You could flavor execute him.
Okay, I'll try.
Roll an attack.
I am. There we
Against
go.
EAC.
I'm just gonna use my laser pistol. What the fuck is full attack again?
You don't have multiple attacks, so it
I'm
doesn't
not,
really
okay.
matter. Full attack just means taking
Why does it
your
ask
whole...
me every time?
It just means taking your whole turn to attack.
Okay. Oh, it's so slow.
Totally
Damn!
hits. So what is that?
And that's a
Fucking
crit.
20.
So that's
Oh my god, it's a crit!
So that's 7
Yeah.
damage.
So you do 7 damage to him. Oh, he's hurting.
Damn.
And
As you sort of just shoot him in the face and you get this horrible burn scar across his face.
and my voice comes out over the speakers on asshole, and I say, "We came here to talk."
Excellent. He, the big dude, is going to kind of roar in pain and anger as he sort of whips out this like sort of baton that extends into kind of a hammer sort of thing.
Oh, that's very cool, and I want it.
It looks like a baton until he swings it, and the baton part goes chunk and then chunk sideways, and now it's a hammer. And he's going to try to just knock Percy into left field with this thing.
Percy, if you don't die, I really want that weapon sealed for me.
Okay.
And what's he?
I don't know if this is going on. I'm just saying. Lily would love that.
Do. Where's this stupid thing? There we go. Cool. So what is your KAC, Percy?
It's
He has to hit
it's
that
not great, Jim.
He has to hit that +8 to do this move.
14.
So +8 is 22.
Yep.
Oh, it doesn't say what happens if he misses.
He misses.
Yeah, I would say he just misses.
Dodge.
He takes such a big wind up as he goes to swing at you, and you're able to sort of just barely duck out of the way, and this hammer thing.
He's one of those Dark Souls bosses that like telegraphs his move really big.
He's
before he
also
can-
Going to
he's
DPS
also near
very
death.
slowly.
He's also near death.
Also, if they're in a hallway and he's doing that, does he like hit the glass or hit the
He
wall?
totally hits the wall, and this hammer just into the wall,
Yeah.
and then he's
Damn.
working on pulling it out.
Okay.
So on her turn, she is going to flip over her desk, so it's behind. It's now cover for her, and she's going to duck behind it,
Sick.
so that it is between her and Pip, but not her and Percy.
Gotcha.
Outside, you see, as you can look down, you see the couple of the bouncers coming up the stairs, and then 2 more people come out of that back door, that staff-only door, with their weapons out.
Does her office room here thing have another exit out of it, like another door?
No, it's just got the one.
Oh, seems like the kind of thing she would have.
At least none that you see.
Gotcha. There's
There's
a
a
secret
secret
button under
entrance.
the desk. Yeah.
If there's a secret entrance, you don't know about it.
All right. Cool. Is it my turn?
And with that, it's Pip's turn.
Cool.
Am I not in initiative right now? Is that?
It just hasn't been your turn yet. You are in initiative.
Oh,
you are
okay.
outside
Cool.
with a
It
drunken,
started first, but then never mind. Cool. I'm
with
good.
a drunken flirty Vesk.
Yes.
I'm I'm gonna have asshole jump and fly over to the panel on the door,
Mhm.
and see if asshole can hack it and lock it.
Go for it.
All right. Let's see. Computers. Oh, I just hit the wrong button. There we go. 21.
Excellent. Wants to lock the door.
Yeah, just to buy Percy a round or two.
He's on the inside. He doesn't need to hack anything. You just have him push the buttons.
Great. Then I can still see the not Ifriti. I keep saying Ifriti.
Ikeshti.
Ikeshti.
You can see he is not in cover. Go for it. That's so cool. You catch the heat sink and put it away. You fire again, but this time he knows you're there, and he's kind of angled himself so that this blast sort of ricochets off his armor. It's sort of the force of it makes him take a half step forward, but it looks like you've just put a big dent in his armor.
All right. Reload.
And Percy, he has just murder face. I'm going to go a little longer because we started late, but we will be wrapping up soon. Minala.
Okay. Got my drunken boo.
Mhm.
And we out.
You hear gunshots inside.
Over the music?
Just,
I guess not. You're right. The music would be very, very loud.
okay.
I'm up by the speakers, like.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you could probably hear gunshots through our comms.
Yes.
You do hear...
Yeah.
You hear gunshots.
No,
but not outside.
I say guns hot.
And be like, is he leading me somewhere? Like, is he staying nearby, or is like
super
going to a
shy.
vehicle, or I don't know how things work in the future.
He's fumbling with his hand terminal to try and call an auto cab.
How do hookups work in the future?
Yeah. So he's doing that, and I'm gonna
Pretty
be,
much now, except
I'm gonna be like,
he's a
oh my
lizard.
god, I forgot my purse. I'll be right back. And like, wait for me.
Megan, you forgot your jacket.
So I'm gonna.
He's like, okay, and he's like, he's having trouble
I know
listening
he's
to
having
you,
a hard time. It's gonna take him a while, and I am gonna
He's pretty drunk.
go back around
It's like
the
stupid
Gotta go.
splinter.
To the back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As you peek around, there's the dude there with the one laser rifle, and it's some kind of weapon. You think some kind of scattergun, and he's nervously looking around, clearly on high alert.
Are we at close range, he and I?
You could jump around this corner and jump in pretty easily.
Okay, if I'm at close range with him, I'd like to daze.
Cool.
That's at will. So, again, he has to be. I always have to look up the DC. I never remember.
You got a 7.
Yeah, no. Cool. So he's dazed, and while he's dazed, I want to grab his gun.
Mhm.
And just be like, I mean, he can't hear me. So can I open the door, or do I need like his badge or something? Like, I don't know how it works,
It
but
just lifts up if it's a.
Yeah, the door just.
okay. I have his gun. I go in and I go under and shut it.
I'd say in 6 seconds you can be like, come around corner, daze, just lift the gun out of his hands, and then walk inside.
Yeah.
Close the door.
Is there a way? I'm not going to do it this turn, but is there a way for me to lock that lifting?
There's some things on the inside that you could probably
latch,
jam.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's what I'll probably do coming up. So I'm going to be like, I'm back inside,
And you've got a shotgun.
and I have a shotgun. I'm back inside.
Cool. The staff doors are open, and you see the dance floor out there.
Cool.
And this is a storeroom of some kind.
Yeah.
No time to investigate what's in here. Percy,
Okay. I would like to use my trick attack and use it. I guess this would be either a bluff or intimidate. You can tell me. But I want to basically like put the gun to the guy's head and be like, "You should have listened."
do you intend to kill him?
Do I? You said he's got a cool name.
He
Yeah, but
does
Percy
have a
doesn't
cool
know that.
name.
I just want to knock him out, I guess.
Well, then I'll say
I mean,
bluff.
You can't
'Cause
knock
you-
him
'cause
out
you-
with a laser pistol. Lincoln was asking like,
I can't.
would you,
Like, are you bluffing that you're about to shoot him?
Or
to,
would
like,
you
try to
actually
get
shoot him?
scared,
I don't
or
know.
are you
I'm
like,
just trying to use my trick
feeling-
attack bonus, and I can either use bluff, intimidate, stealth, or survival.
It sounds like intimidate because you're,
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
just gonna point blank him in the face as
That
he's
is a-
about to pull this hammer out of the wall.
Oh, it's definitely not. Never mind. Ignore the trick attack. It's not happening.
He just
so it's
roars in
regular
your
attack?
face.
Ah, jeez, shut up!
he pulled the trigger.
I'm trying to do if roll 20 ever goes.
19.
That hits. You shoot him and it puts this big nasty burn through his neck, but he's still alive.
Holy shit.
Just barely. These guys are
So many
tough, you know.
points.
Now we really
Some
know.
trip damage.
And on his turn, he's going to try to smash Percy in the face with the hammer. Nothing fancy this time.
Just straight up
Good ol'
smash.
Hammer swinging.
And he crits you.
Hulk smash.
I am sorry.
Ooh,
I
I got
can
sledged.
provide photographic evidence if necessary.
That's okay, I believe.
Crap, what does this even do on a crit?
What is it? I have the equipment
Annihilates
table
It's an
open.
me?
assault hammer.
An assault hammer. It doesn't have a crit effect.
Excellent. He's just going to hit you with it really hard.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. It's just D6 bludgeoning. You'll be fine.
It's not terrible.
Plus his strength.
Getting stabbed last week was worse.
What's his strength?
Why am I always in the close combat?
Because we don't have Clob.
I'm a squishy
We're
rogue.
clawless.
Clawless, and we're flailing.
It's
You
clobbering
take
time.
9
Claw
points
was
of
his
damage
Italian villain.
Holy shit!
9! Christ.
as you are
9?
just bang hit by this hammer.
Alright, we into hit points now, boys.
Holy shit, that was all your stamina points?
Well, I was already kind of low.
We rested since then.
Oh,
Yeah.
we did? Okay.
Yeah.
You did rest. Yeah, you had
Yeah,
like a
he
full
said at
night's
the
rest.
beginning, he's like, you've rested. You're all good.
Alright, we good then.
Yeah, whack. She is going to take a shot at you as well from her little covered spot.
Bitch.
I know, right?
Camper.
Camper.
It's a legitimate strategy.
Cool. She pulls up this sort of very, very fancy looking pistol and fires it. Does 14 hit your KAC?
14 is my KC. So yes.
And you take 5 points of damage as the bullets spew out of this thing, and they seem to sort of arc a little bit in the air to make sure they hit you.
Hey guys,
It
we
seems
into
they've
hit
got-
points again.
They've got some kind of onboard targeting.
We're in the money.
You know, the sort of thing a wealthy gang lord would
I'm
own.
getting bloody.
And it is that Manala, the door behind you opens again, and he sees you with a shotgun, and he goes.
Isn't he dazed? Is he dazed for a round or for a...
Oh, for a full round till your next turn, or just his turn?
It's a
Oh,
round.
then he's still dazed.
But that
Never
was.
mind. That little funny thing doesn't happen.
Aw, really? Okay,
The bandits, the bad guys get to the door, and they're trying to get in, but this thing is,
Locked.
semi-bulletproof, and some of them have their lasers and they're shooting at it to try to weaken the door. But it's going to take them a little while. And it is Pip's turn.
Manala, I will tell you that the shotgun shoots in a cone, so if you get up to the door over there, you can hit all of them. Sorry. I'm gonna take another shot at the dude because that's the
Do
only
it.
thing I can see.
Do it.
17.
That hits.
help.
That hits. I
There
think
we
this is it for him.
this is
Thank you.
5 damage.
More than enough to kill him. You fire again, and this time he sort of stumbles to one knee, tries to pick himself back up with that hammer as a crutch, and then sort of crumples under the weight of his own armor. And with that, Ricalio Hatchbuster is dead.
Aw, no.
Hatchbuster.
Leo.
He is Sledge.
Dead. Um, and the woman, Frenales, just sort of goes, "Oh, I liked him."
Take his cred stick.
Like I said, we were here to talk.
That's out over asshole, he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as the people are still trying to break in, she says, "What about?" Very casually, with her gun pointed at Percy.
I think that's a round, so I'm not sure we can say much more.
Yeah. Is now Manala's turn.
Okay.
I'm happy for like a little conversation to be having while you all are running around and shooting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm good to. I want to sneak like along the wall to get up to this stairway or whatever, and then basically like turn the corner, shoot the bitches. So I don't know how
This
many
can
turns it's
happen.
going to take or
This
whatever.
can happen. The stairwell is right by this door.
Okay, amazing. Yep, I do that, and then bam, bam. I don't know what this weapon's things are.
So it does D4 damage in
Oh,
a cone. So it does D4 to each person.
Okay.
Yeah, they make a ref save?
For a scattergun?
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't think
Maybe
so.
not.
You roll. You have to hit all of their AC, right? Like you roll one attack and it
Okay.
hits all
Roll
of
the
them.
attack.
Sweet. I will do that, and then I
This is
add.
kinetic AC.
Blast. Fires in a cone.
And I add nothing because I have no dex, and I rolled a nat 1. So
You come around the corner
Sorry.
and you're just like,
Roll one attack against each target in the cone,
oh, okay, there are 4 of them.
you can still do something fun with the nat 1.
but you take a -2 from each of them.
Okay.
So, first one, nothing. Second one at -2.
Okay. Okay, so
That
7.
hits.
Okay.
Third one at -2. Third one at -4. That misses. Third one at fourth one at -6.
No. Sorry. They're just.
Oh, it
they're
doesn't
all.
stack?
It's not stacked.
Oh.
They're all -2. So that was a -1,
Well, then that also hits.
a 17, a 12, and a 13.
Those hit.
Oh,
So
okay,
3
great.
hits. Roll 1d4, and that applies to all of them.
Okay.
They
Woo!
Each take 4 damage.
No
They
cheating.
are all like horribly ripped into by all these shotgun sort of like flecks of metal, except the one closest to you who is like miraculously unharmed.
She's like, oh, what?
And I'm like, get down! Like,
Intimidate check.
yeah. Cool.
The bullets like just went around him in his outline.
Add 10 to that, and then add this d6. So 24?
They are all so stunned that they like start to back away from this crazy raver lady with a shotgun who just ran up on them and shot all of them, and now they're all hurt except the guy in the front, but he would like to stay that way.
Cool.
Now the
Say
people in the
hello to
club
my
might be
girlfriend.
panicking.
Now they're like, people are moving towards the door. It's not a full-on stampede, but people are like, we need to leave.
Cool.
right.
That works in our favor.
And I'll say, we want to know who ordered the attack on, because this is over asshole again, because you want to have this conversation
Yeah.
going. We don't know who ordered the attack on the busted airlock yesterday.
She says, I ordered it, but we were hired, clearly. She's sort of calmly reloading this gun.
All right.
She's such a baller. I can't hate her.
Percy?
What's the door situation like?
Still locked, partially melted.
You
Not
have a
open yet.
straight shot to this lady, too. She's
Mhm.
the table's between me and her, not between you and her.
Yeah, but we want information.
Dude, just shoot the gun out of her hand.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
can
would
I
be
do
cool.
that?
That would be really cool.
Just say you want to, and then he'll set a DC.
I want to do that.
Sure, give me an attack.
Great.
Don't roll a 1 like me.
No,
Maybe
I'm gonna. I'm gonna,
Accidentally shoot her in the jugular.
accidentally see the whole thing.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Uh,
Are you keeping track of your charges also?
I'm going to say it does get shot out of her hand, but it's not very far away from her. It is
Yes.
within arm's reach if she wants to go get it.
But that arm's reach is not behind the table.
It is not. It's sort of right outside the other side of the table.
I immediately am going to line up to the so that if she reaches for it, I can shoot her hand again.
She just sort of smiles, and she leans into her comm and she says, What would you like to drink? And with that, we are going to end this week's
Oh
session.
my god, she's such a baller.
Damn.
Oh.
Thank you so much for coming. Oh, yes, what?
Oh, I was gonna say, okay. I want to say this because I will forget. Lily will forget. What I wanted to do when I eventually see this lady is, Lily has this feeling like, okay, if you win, this is so dorky. I'm outing myself. Okay, if you win NPR's like Sunday puzzle thing, you get a lapel pin. In Lily's version of the future, if you're like a really elite like 3-hand dragon or Jabo or Tango player, there's like a pin, so people know you're like a high roller player. I want to look if she has a pin for one.
Canon.
Yeah. So I just like
We'll find out next
that
week.
I wanted to do that.
We will find out next week.
Okay, good.
Thank you so much for tuning in, watching our heroes shoot up a nightclub full of people who are very confused. But on the bright side, they're all hipsters, so who cares?
Jump in and join us on Wednesday for Princes of Isari. I think we're on episode 22 coming up. Tomb of Annihilation. It's great.
It is great. Lots of wine. All right, and with that,
Just a little
we'll
bit.
see you all on Wednesday. Goodbye.